Indeed, a long fast was broken. Cletus wasted no time claiming first dibs on the kill, especially after hearing his parents whooping it up in their success in having brought down one of the other two. He let the lovely Duchess eat alongside him, let his sister nibble cautiously at the far end of the carcass, but bluntly ordered the low-ranking BBW to set out and wait his turn. Gee, has the Uz monsters become the Cletus Klutzes? BBW protested. You know, Sister Sable, it's been a little while since we played Dogs and Mailman, wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you say so, Sis? Cletus hinted. Having no desire to be in the having no desire to work for UPS, BBW avoided Cletus's glance after what he said to Sable, who in turn suggested to BB that there was 4 of them at that kill, but only 2 at the other, that maybe you get a bigger share eating with Mom and Dad. BB went to join his parents, who soon left a generous portion for him. After it became increasingly evident that the pressures were off her, Aspen looked around to see if Shadow or Restra were still with her. She backtracked a short distance, fearing another attack, but it became increasingly evident that she would find nobody, friend or foe, foe or friend. Her last comment to Shadow added remorse when she thought she remembered that Shadow had interposed herself between her and the wolves. Indeed, Shadow was a good guide and had informed her that no feeding place was 100% safe and that she was just there to minimize the risk. If she had done her wrong, she paid for it in spades by throwing herself on a ceremonial sword. The gap she left was like an open wound, and Aspen continued on as one numbed by tragedy, but grateful for a second lease in life. After the feast, it was time for a nice long nap that could last as long as 20 hours. It was good to be able to lay down without time being such an enemy. Without time being such an enemy anymore, and the confidence of those who are well fed. They let the ravens, crows, and foxes have what was left, and crashed the remains of the deer being the equivalent of yesterday's pizza boxes. Cletus and Duchess tried to find a secluded place to siesta, but a waspful Uz brought them up short by asking him, "When did you get my job that you don't need me anymore?" "Dad, I've seen your job, man. I don't want it," Cletus answered. "It's kind of nice to have someone else singing for me." He liked the idea. You see, he liked the idea of having an umbrella of authority and being spared the loneliness of being at the top. "Well, son, if you can't think right with your big head, how are you going to do any better thinking with your little one?" Uz added. There's a lot more to being on top than getting to screw. Boy, there's a potential double entendre there. There's more, Dad. There's more to wanting to mate than wanting to screw, countered Cletus. Duchess and I love each other. Duchess tensed a little bit at the sound of the L word. "Son, if you want to take my place at the top, bear in mind the things will be different. As your subordinates, your mother and I could no longer have that relationship. If you leave the pack, you'll be on your own, with only each other for assistance. That is, unless BBW and Sable want to join you." "No way," said BBW and Sable. "That's all we need is Cletus ordering us around for the rest of our lives." "Hey, don't knock it, man. I steered you pretty good this time, wouldn't you say?" Cletus came back. Brother Cletus, let's just say Mom and Dad are a little bit more pleasant to be under." The scheming Duchess came in with, "Mr. Uz, as family, Cletus can't come between you and Babe, but I can." "What do you mean?" Babe asked. "What do you mean?" Babe asked, and Duchess continued. "What I mean, honey, is your Uz is keeping me available. If I want to fight you for your position, I have no family interest to worry about." Duchess, do me a favor, stay off my side. Cletus was on the brink of panic. Duchess merely said, "Hey, baby, you want an omelet? I'm just breaking some eggs for you." "How dare you threaten me? Get your tail out of this pack now!" Babe bared her teeth in a full snarl. "Hey, Uz, baby, how's it going?" Duchess purred. "Don't even think about it," Uz warned. "Look, all I want is to... Look, all Cletus and I want is to be together. Where's the conflict of interest? Nero and Gorbo allow it in their unit. Number one, their unit is not a unit, and number two, Babe and I are not Nero and Gorbo. You understand? Well, maybe it's time you came out of the dark. Maybe it's time you came out of the Dark Ages and accepted a little progress." Duchess rebelled. "Honey, please shut up," Cletus pleaded, like someone sticking his finger in the dike of the dike of Grand Coulee Dam. "Duchess, get out of this unit!" Babe demanded. Why don't you kick me out?" Duchess growled. "What's the matter? Too much of the baby, babe?" "Huh? Come on! The older Babe wasted no time launching her attack at the younger and more agile Duchess. Despite pleas from both Cletus and Uz, the two she-wolves tore into each other. Babe made the best of her experience, but unfortunately it consisted more of tackling prey than rivals, and she was accustomed to tackling a fleeing target. The younger, more maneuverable and progressive-thinking Duchess quickly inflicted wounds that forced Babe to give up the fight. "When do you throw me out, honey?" Duchess taunted. Knowing that too much injury could condemn her to starvation, Babe manifested her concession by looking away from her piercing stare. Duchess raised her leg in a gesture of victory and dominance, marking the territories under a new order. She lifted her head and howled. "Those monsters have become the Dutch treats!" Cletus, Uz, and Babe shook their heads. "As if we hadn't been paying our way all along," Cletus said. Duchess proudly paraded up to Uz. "Duchess, what are your intentions, young lady?" Uz asked. "Fighting," Duchess huffed. "You had your chance to keep your mating privileges." "I don't want you anyway." "Yeah, I don't want you anyway, Turkey. Cletus is the wolf for me. From now on, if you will kindly step down so you and he can reverse positions as Babe and I have. As Babe and I reversed ours. If I catch you two looking at each other, you'll be hunting alone by yourselves. You understand?" Sadly, father and son reversed positions. It was hard for Cletus to see his parents humbled like this, and he took no joy in his promotion. Felt like King Ahab must have felt when Jezebel sent him up for Naboth's vineyard. "Actually, Duchess, we don't have to submit to you because we won't be hunting by ourselves. You and Cletus will, Uz just realized." "Oh, come on. What makes you think Bibi and Sable won't join us?" Duchess sniffed. "Oh, come on, Duchess," Cletus cut in. "It's you they don't want, not me." Duchess came back. "It's you they want, not me," Duchess came back. "Duchess, if you endeared yourself enough to them by your present actions to make a difference, I'm Little Red Riding Hood." And Cletus, said Cletus, "Well, not that it has not been fun, kids, but we really got to be on our way. Come along, Sable and Bibi. We'll let you two newlyweds hash it out between yourselves. Have a nice life, and good luck," said the parents. "Hope you two sleep well."